Breakfast is often called the most important meal of the day. But what happens when your refrigerator is nearly empty? You haven't made it to the grocery store, or you simply want a quick, dependable meal without much preparation? That's where a well-stocked pantry can make all the difference. Many people think long-lasting foods are only for emergencies. The truth is, some of the best shelf-stable breakfast foods are perfect for everyday life. They're affordable, easy to store, simple to prepare, and ready whenever you need them. Whether you're feeding a busy family, living on a budget, preparing for unexpected situations, or just trying to make mornings less stressful, having a few dependable breakfast staples in your pantry can save both time and money. The best part is, these aren't expensive survival foods or specialty products. They're everyday grocery items that you can find at Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club, or almost any supermarket. When stored properly according to the package instructions, they can stay ready to use for extended periods, making them reliable additions to your pantry. In today's countdown, we'll reveal 10 long shelf-life breakfast foods you should always have available. Some are rich in protein. Others provide fiber. And a few may surprise you because of just how versatile they are. By the time we reach number 1, you'll discover the breakfast staple that has earned a permanent place in millions of kitchens because it can become dozens of different meals while offering outstanding value. Before we begin, subscribe to Prepper Pulse and turn on notifications so you never miss our daily videos. Every day, we share smart grocery shopping tips, pantry essentials, food storage advice, and practical preparedness ideas to help you stay one step ahead. Now, let's begin with number 10. Number 10. Shelf-stable milk. Starting our countdown at number 10. Shelf-stable milk. It's one of the smartest breakfast foods you can keep in your pantry. Unlike refrigerated milk, shelf-stable milk is specially processed and packaged to remain safe at room temperature until it's opened, as long as it's stored according to the package instructions. That makes it incredibly convenient. You don't have to worry about rushing to use it before it spoils in the refrigerator. Instead, you can keep a few cartons in the pantry and open one only when you need it. For busy mornings, that's a huge advantage. Shelf-stable milk works just like regular milk in many everyday situations. Pour it over cereal. Add it to oatmeal. Blend it into smoothies. Use it in pancake batter. Mix it into scrambled eggs. Or stir it into coffee or tea. Once opened, it should be refrigerated and used within the time recommended on the package. Another reason it's worth keeping on hand is flexibility. Unexpected guests stop by. You run out of fresh milk. Bad weather keeps you home. Or you simply forgot to buy groceries. Instead of changing your breakfast plans, you already have a dependable backup waiting in the pantry. It's also available in several varieties. Whole milk, reduced fat, fat-free, and even lactose-free options at many grocery stores. That makes it easy to choose one that fits your household's needs. Storage couldn't be simpler. Keep unopened cartons in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight. Rotate your supply by using the oldest carton first and replacing it during your next shopping trip. That simple habit helps keep your pantry fresh without creating waste. Many experienced shoppers keep 2 or 3 cartons in the pantry throughout the year. Not because they're expecting an emergency, but because they know they'll eventually use them. Having a reliable backup means one less thing to worry about when the refrigerator is unexpectedly empty. Shelf-stable milk earns the number 10 spot because it's versatile, easy to store, ready whenever you need it, and one of the best long-lasting breakfast staples you can have in your pantry. But the next breakfast food has been helping people start their mornings for generations. It's naturally satisfying, exceptionally versatile, and can become far more than just another bowl of cereal. Number 9. Old-fashioned oats. At number 9. Old-fashioned oats. Few breakfast foods have stood the test of time quite like oats. They're affordable, easy to prepare, and when stored in a cool, dry place in a sealed container, they remain a dependable pantry staple for an extended period. That's one reason they've earned a permanent place in so many kitchens. Of course, a warm bowl of oatmeal is the classic choice. Prepared according to the package directions, It makes a simple and satisfying breakfast. Top it with sliced bananas, fresh berries, chopped nuts, cinnamon, or a drizzle of honey. And you can enjoy a different flavor combination almost every morning. But oats offer much more than breakfast cereal. They can be blended into smoothies, mixed into yogurt, used in homemade granola, added to muffins and pancakes, or baked into breakfast bars that are easy to grab on busy mornings. That versatility helps ensure they never go to waste. Another advantage is value. A single container can provide dozens of servings, making oats one of the most budget-friendly breakfast foods in the grocery store. For families looking to stretch their grocery dollars, that's hard to beat. Storage is simple. Once opened, transferring oats to an airtight container helps protect them from moisture and pests while keeping them fresh. Many home cooks keep one container in use while storing another unopened container in the pantry. That simple rotation means breakfast is always available. Oats are also easy to customize for different tastes. Some mornings you might prefer fruit and cinnamon. Other days, peanut butter and banana. Or perhaps raisins and walnuts. With just a few pantry ingredients, one basic food can become countless different breakfasts. Old-fashioned oats earn the number 9 spot because they're affordable, versatile, easy to store, simple to prepare, and one of the most dependable breakfast staples you can always have on hand. But the next food requires almost no preparation at all. It's naturally sweet, pairs perfectly with many other breakfast favorites, and stores surprisingly well when kept the right way. Number 8. Peanut butter. At number 8. Peanut butter. It may not be the first food that comes to mind when you think about breakfast, but it's one of the most practical pantry staples you can have. On busy mornings, simplicity matters, and peanut butter makes breakfast both quick and satisfying. Spread it on whole grain toast. Stir it into oatmeal. Blend it into a smoothie. Pair it with sliced bananas or apples. Or use it on crackers when you're looking for something fast before heading out the door. With just a few pantry ingredients, you can create a filling breakfast in minutes. Another reason peanut butter deserves a place in your pantry is its versatility. It isn't limited to breakfast. You can use it in sandwiches, homemade energy bites, baking, smoothies, or even savory sauces for lunch and dinner. That means a single jar gets used often instead of sitting forgotten on the shelf. Storage is another advantage. An unopened jar keeps well in the pantry for an extended period. Once opened, simply follow the storage directions on the label. Many people keep one jar in use while storing another unopened jar as a backup. That simple habit helps ensure it's always available when you need it. When shopping, you'll notice several options. Some peanut butters contain only peanuts and a little salt. Others include added sugar or oils. Reading the ingredient list can help you choose the product that best fits your preferences. Peanut butter also pairs well with many other long-lasting breakfast foods. Spread it over toast. Mix it into overnight oats. Top it with a drizzle of honey. Or enjoy it alongside whole grain crackers. Those simple combinations require very little preparation while offering plenty of variety. Many experienced shoppers never let their pantry run out of peanut butter. It's affordable, useful every day, and dependable whenever fresh breakfast foods aren't available. Peanut butter earns the number 8 spot because it's versatile, easy to store, quick to serve, and one of the most convenient breakfast staples you can always have on hand. But the next food has been enjoyed at breakfast tables for generations. It's naturally sweet, requires no refrigeration before opening, and can instantly add flavor to everything from oatmeal to toast and yogurt. Number 7. Honey. We're halfway through the countdown. Honey. It has been a breakfast favorite for generations. And for good reason. It's naturally sweet, incredibly versatile, and one of the easiest pantry staples to keep on hand. A spoonful of honey can completely transform a simple breakfast. Drizzle it over oatmeal. Spread it on toast. Stir it into plain yogurt. Mix it into tea. Or add it to homemade pancakes and waffles. With very little effort, you can add flavor to foods you already enjoy. One of honey's biggest advantages is its remarkable shelf stability. When stored in a tightly sealed container in a cool, dry place, honey remains usable for a very long time. Over time, it may naturally crystallize. That's normal and doesn't necessarily mean it has spoiled. If you prefer a smoother texture, gently warming the sealed container in warm water can often return it to a liquid consistency. Honey is also surprisingly versatile in the kitchen. Beyond breakfast, it can be used in baking, homemade salad dressings, marinades, sauces, and countless other recipes. That means it's an ingredient you'll reach for throughout the week instead of something that sits unused. Another reason many families keep honey in the pantry is that a little goes a long way. A single jar can last through many breakfasts, making it a practical purchase for households of almost any size. When shopping, choose a container size that matches how frequently you use it. Smaller households may find a medium-sized jar more practical than a very large one. Many experienced home cooks keep one jar in the kitchen while storing another unopened jar in the pantry. That simple rotation ensures they always have a dependable natural sweetener available. Honey earns the number 7 spot because it's easy to store, incredibly versatile, long-lasting, and one of the simplest ways to make everyday breakfasts more enjoyable. But the next breakfast staple is something many people overlook. It's quick to prepare, packed with protein, and can help turn an ordinary morning into a much more satisfying start to the day. Number 6. Powdered eggs. We're entering the top 6. Powdered eggs. They may not be the first breakfast food people think of when stocking a pantry, but they're one of the most practical long shelf-life protein options you can keep on hand. Unlike fresh eggs, powdered eggs don't require refrigeration before they're prepared, as long as the package remains unopened and is stored according to the manufacturer's instructions. That makes them a valuable backup for mornings when fresh eggs aren't available or when you simply want a shelf-stable option in the pantry. Preparation is simple. Just reconstitute the powdered eggs with water according to the package directions, then cook them as directed. They can be used for scrambled eggs, omelets, breakfast casseroles, pancakes, muffins, and many baking recipes. That versatility makes them useful beyond breakfast alone. Another advantage is convenience. You don't have to worry about eggs cracking in the refrigerator or spoiling before you use them. For households that don't eat eggs every day, powdered eggs can help reduce waste while still keeping a dependable protein option available. Storage is another reason they belong in a preparedness pantry. Keep unopened packages in a cool, dry place. Once opened, follow the storage directions on the package, which may include refrigeration or transferring the product to an airtight container. Many experienced shoppers keep powdered eggs as a backup rather than a complete replacement for fresh eggs. That way, they're available for emergencies, busy mornings, camping trips, or times when grocery shopping is delayed. Powdered eggs earn the number 6 spot because they're shelf-stable, protein-rich, versatile, easy to prepare, and one of the most practical breakfast backups you can keep in your pantry. Now we're entering the top 5. The remaining foods are some of the most dependable breakfast staples you can store at home, and the next one is a familiar favorite that can make mornings quick, simple, and satisfying. Number 5. Whole grain cereal. We've reached the top 5. Whole grain cereal. It's one of the quickest breakfasts you can prepare. Pour it into a bowl. Add milk. And breakfast is ready in less than a minute. For busy mornings, that kind of convenience is hard to beat. Another reason whole grain cereal deserves a place in your pantry is its variety. From toasted oat cereals to shredded wheat and bran-based options, there are plenty of choices to match different tastes and nutritional preferences. Many cereals are also fortified with vitamins and minerals, though the exact nutrients vary by product. Taking a moment to compare nutrition labels can help you find an option that fits your needs. Whole grain cereal is also incredibly versatile. Of course, it's great with milk, but that's only the beginning. Sprinkle it over yogurt for added crunch. Mix it into homemade trail mix. Use crushed cereal as a topping for baked fruit, or enjoy a handful as a quick snack between meals. That flexibility means it doesn't have to be limited to breakfast. Storage is another advantage. An unopened box keeps well in a cool, dry pantry. After opening, transferring the cereal to an airtight container or resealing the inner bag can help maintain freshness and crispness. Many families keep two different cereals in the pantry. One for everyday breakfasts, and another for variety. That simple habit makes it easier to avoid getting tired of the same meal every morning. Whole grain cereal also pairs well with many of the long-lasting breakfast foods we've already covered. Pour shelf-stable milk over it. Top it with a drizzle of honey. Add a spoonful of peanut butter on the side with whole grain toast. Or combine it with dried fruit and nuts for extra texture and flavor. With just a few pantry staples, breakfast becomes both simple and satisfying. Many experienced shoppers buy cereal when it's on sale and rotate through their supply, using the oldest box first. That approach helps keep the pantry stocked while reducing waste. Whole grain cereal earns the number 5 spot because it's quick to prepare, easy to store, versatile, and one of the simplest long shelf-life breakfast foods you can always have available. Only 4 breakfast staples remain. The next item is naturally sweet, packed with nutrients, and can instantly improve oatmeal, cereal, pancakes, or yogurt without requiring refrigeration. Number 4. Dried fruit. We're down to the final 4. Dried fruit. It may take up very little space in your pantry, but it can make a big difference at breakfast. Whether you prefer raisins, dried cranberries, apricots, dates, or dried apples, these fruits offer a convenient way to add natural sweetness and flavor to your morning meal. One of the biggest advantages of dried fruit is that it's ready to eat. There's no peeling, no slicing, and no worrying about fresh fruit spoiling before you have a chance to use it. Simply open the package and add a handful to your favorite breakfast. Dried fruit pairs perfectly with oatmeal, whole grain cereal, yogurt, homemade granola, or pancake batter. You can even mix several varieties together with nuts to create a quick breakfast trail mix for busy mornings. Another reason it's worth keeping on hand is its storage life. When kept in its original sealed package or an airtight container in a cool, dry place, dried fruit can remain a dependable pantry staple for an extended period. Always check the package for the best storage recommendations and use-by guidance. Because dried fruit contains much less water than fresh fruit, it's compact and easy to store. A small bag can provide many servings while taking up very little shelf space. When shopping, compare labels. Some dried fruits contain only fruit. Others may include added sugar or preservatives. Choosing the option that best fits your preferences is always a good idea. Many experienced home cooks keep several types of dried fruit in the pantry because they can quickly add flavor, texture, and variety to everyday breakfasts without requiring a trip to the produce section. Dried fruit earns the number 4 spot because it's convenient, versatile, easy to store, and one of the simplest ways to add fruit to a shelf-stable breakfast. Only 3 foods remain. The next breakfast staple has been trusted for generations. It's naturally packed with healthy fats, protein, and crunch, making it a perfect companion for nearly every breakfast food we've covered so far. Number 3. Mixed nuts. We've reached the final 3. Mixed nuts. They may be small, but they're one of the most satisfying long shelf-life breakfast foods you can keep in your pantry. A handful of almonds, walnuts, pecans, cashews, or pistachios can add flavor, crunch, and variety to almost any breakfast. They're incredibly versatile. Sprinkle them over oatmeal. Mix them into whole grain cereal. Add them to yogurt. Blend them into smoothies. Or enjoy a small handful alongside fresh fruit for a quick morning meal. With just a few ingredients, breakfast becomes more filling and enjoyable. Another advantage is convenience. There's no cooking required, no peeling, and no preparation beyond opening the container. On busy mornings, that's exactly the kind of simplicity many people appreciate. When shopping, look for plain or lightly salted varieties if they fit your preferences. Buying larger containers can sometimes offer better value, especially if your household enjoys nuts regularly. Storage is another reason they belong in your pantry. Unopened packages generally store well in a cool, dry place. Once opened, transferring the nuts to an airtight container and following the package's storage guidance can help preserve freshness. Some varieties may last even longer when refrigerated or frozen after opening. Many experienced shoppers rotate their supply by using the oldest package first and replacing it during routine grocery trips. That simple habit helps keep breakfast ingredients fresh and ready to use. Mixed nuts also pair perfectly with many of the foods we've already covered. Combine them with oats, dried fruit, peanut butter, or whole grain cereal to create countless breakfast combinations without needing fresh ingredients every day. Mixed nuts earn the number 3 spot because they're convenient, versatile, easy to store, and an excellent pantry staple that can add texture and variety to nearly every breakfast. Only 2 foods remain. The next item is a true pantry classic that's naturally sweet, remarkably versatile, and can instantly elevate everything from toast to oatmeal while staying ready to use for a long time when stored properly. Number 2. Pancake and waffle mix. We've reached the runner-up, pancake and waffle mix. It may seem like a weekend treat, but it's also one of the most practical long shelf-life breakfast foods you can keep in your pantry. On mornings when you have a little extra time, a simple mix can turn ordinary ingredients into a warm, comforting breakfast. Many shelf-stable mixes only require a few additional ingredients, while some complete varieties need only water. Following the package directions makes preparation quick and straightforward. Another reason it's worth keeping on hand is versatility. Pancakes are the obvious choice, but the mix can also be used for waffles if you have a waffle maker. Some people even use it for muffins or other recipes when the package includes those directions. Top your pancakes with honey, peanut butter, dried fruit, or chopped nuts. Using several of the pantry staples from today's countdown, you can create a breakfast that feels different every time. Storage is another major advantage. An unopened box stores well in a cool, dry pantry. After opening, reseal it carefully or transfer it to an airtight container, following the storage recommendations on the package. That helps maintain freshness until you're ready to use it again. Many families like keeping one box in reserve. Not because they eat pancakes every day, but because it's an easy option for weekends, holidays, unexpected guests, or mornings when everyone wants something a little more special. Pancake mix also provides excellent value. A single box can make multiple breakfasts, making it an economical pantry staple for households of any size. Many experienced shoppers buy an extra box when it's on sale and rotate their supply so the oldest package gets used first. That simple habit helps ensure a dependable breakfast option is always available. Pancake and waffle mix earns the number 2 spot because it's affordable, easy to store, simple to prepare, and capable of turning a handful of pantry ingredients into a warm, satisfying breakfast. Only one breakfast staple remains. It's affordable, incredibly versatile, provides dozens of servings from a single container, and has earned its place as one of the smartest long shelf-life breakfast foods you should always have in your pantry. Number 1. Cream of wheat. We've finally reached number 1. Cream of wheat. It may not get as much attention as cereal or oatmeal today, but it's one of the most dependable long shelf-life breakfast foods you can keep in your pantry. For generations, families have relied on it as a warm, comforting breakfast that's quick to prepare and easy to customize. One of its biggest advantages is simplicity. Just follow the package directions using water or milk, and in only a few minutes you have a hot breakfast that's ready to enjoy. That's especially helpful on busy mornings or during colder months when many people prefer something warm instead of cold cereal. Cream of wheat is also incredibly versatile. Enjoy it plain. Add a drizzle of honey. Stir in peanut butter. Top it with raisins or other dried fruit. Sprinkle on chopped nuts. Or finish it with cinnamon for extra flavor. With only a few pantry staples, you can create a different breakfast almost every day. Another reason it deserves the top spot is its value. A single box provides many servings while taking up very little pantry space. That makes it a practical purchase for families, individuals, and anyone looking to keep dependable breakfast foods on hand. Storage is another major benefit. An unopened box stores well in a cool, dry pantry. Once opened, transferring it to an airtight container can help preserve freshness and protect it from moisture. Many households keep one box in use and another unopened on the shelf. That simple rotation ensures breakfast is always available without requiring frequent trips to the grocery store. Cream of wheat also pairs perfectly with many of the other foods we've covered today. Add shelf-stable milk. Mix in honey. Top with dried fruit. Or sprinkle on mixed nuts. With just a handful of long-lasting ingredients, you can prepare a satisfying breakfast that offers plenty of variety. That's exactly why experienced pantry planners often include it alongside oatmeal and cereal as part of a well-rounded breakfast supply. Cream of wheat earns the #1 spot because it's affordable, easy to prepare, stores well, provides many servings, and remains one of the most dependable breakfast staples you can always have in your pantry. Keeping a few long shelf-life breakfast foods at home isn't about preparing for the worst. It's about making everyday life easier. A well-stocked pantry means fewer last-minute grocery trips, more convenient mornings, and the confidence of knowing you can prepare a satisfying breakfast whenever you need one. Start with the foods your family already enjoys. Rotate them regularly. Store them according to the package instructions, and replace them as you use them. Over time, you'll build a breakfast pantry that's practical, affordable, and ready for everyday life. If you enjoyed today's countdown, subscribe to Prepper Pulse and turn on notifications so you never miss our daily videos. Every day, we share smart grocery shopping tips, pantry essentials, food storage advice, and practical preparedness ideas to help you stay one step ahead. Thanks for watching. Stay prepared, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next video.